Hello children, I am Yogesh Arya, PGT Chemistry. Today I will explain electrochemistry, the third topic of 12th class chemistry part 1. This chapter electrochemistry deals with the two type of reactions. Number 1 electrochemical reaction, number 2 electrolytic reaction. In electrochemical reaction, generally these reactions involve redox. Redox means reduction and oxidation. Both reactions when take place simultaneously. Such reactions are called redox reaction. And electrolytic reactions are those reactions which occur when we pass electric current to a solution. And electrochemical reactions are those reactions which when occur produce electricity. So first we explain in detail electrochemical reactions, means such reactions, again you listen, such reactions when occur they produce electricity. These reactions are used in electrochemical cell, and the most important electrochemical cell is galvanic cell. He was first prepared by Luigi Galvani. So in the honor of the name of scientist, its name is given galvanic cell. In this galvanic cell, there are two electrodes. One is zinc electrode, another is copper electrode. Zinc electrode dipped in zinc sulfate solution, copper electrode dipped in copper sulfate solution. And this zinc electrode acts as anode. Copper electrode acts as cathode. So this copper electrode and zinc electrode, both anode and cathode, when they are connected through salt bridge, then they can produce electric current. Now this electrolytic electrochemical reaction used in electrochemical cell, galvanic cell. Now in this galvanic cell, the salt bridge play a very important role. So I will discuss the function of salt bridge. Functions of salt bridge. Salt bridge play two important functions. Number 1, it completes the circuit. Second, it maintains electrical neutrality. So the first one is it completes the circuit. Now you see that this diagram, with the help of this salt bridge, this anode and cathode both are connected, so it completes the circuit. Second, it maintains electrical neutrality. What is the meaning of electrical neutrality? Because this anode, and in case of anode, zinc rod is there, dipped in zinc sulfate solution. So at anode, oxidation takes place. And in this oxidation, zinc atom oxidize into zinc ion by losing 2 electrons. When it loses 2 electrons, these electrons accumulate over the rod. So due to accumulation of electron over the rod, zinc rod become negatively charged, and simultaneously when electron deposit over the rod, zinc ion come into the solution. So slowly concentration of zinc ion increases in the solution and concentration of sulfate ion decreases in the solution. On the other hand, at cathode, that is a copper, at cathode, copper ion from solution undergo reduction, means they gain electron, 2 electron, and convert into copper. So here copper ion deposit over the rod and taking the electron from the rod. So it is taking the electron from the rod, so rod become positively charged because it is taking electron from the rod. So rod become positively charged. Here you can see in the reaction, copper ion taking 2 electron. When it taking 2 electron, who is giving this electron? Copper rod. Copper rod giving electrons, so simultaneously copper rod become positively charged. But here copper ion deposit over the rod, so concentration of sulfate ion will increase. Here concentration of sulfate ion decrease. So this is imbalance. So to make balance this salt bridge, the sulfate ion concentration increases here. The sulfate ion concentration start to move towards the anode. मतलब negative ion move towards anode and positive ion move towards the cathode. In this way it maintains the electrical neutrality. This is the meaning of electrical neutrality. So salt bridge is very important. Now the second part is representation of galvanic cell. Representation of galvanic cell. To represent a galvanic cell, generally it is a tradition, a custom that we draw salt bridge by two parallel lines, and on the right side of parallel lines, means right side of the salt bridge, we use cathode, and towards the left side of salt bridge we write anode. So this is a custom to represent a electrochemical cell. First we write anode, then salt bridge, then cathode. So how we write the anode here? The anode is zinc. So we write here zinc, solid, electrode, then zinc ion. Ions always remain in the solution. So it is very essential to write aqueous, AQ, then salt bridge, two parallel lines. Then after cathode, cathode is of copper ion. So we write copper ion, aqueous, then electrode, then copper rod, solid. So here you can see the representation of galvanic cell. First we write anode, that is a zinc electrode, then cathode, that is a copper electrode, and between anode and cathode there is a salt bridge represented by two parallel lines. So this is a method of representation of galvanic cell, or we can represent any electrochemical cell. But when we represent an electrochemical cell, first we write salt bridge by drawing two parallel lines, then towards the left side of the parallel lines we write anode, towards the right side we write cathode. So this is the representation. Now we understand what is electrode potential. Electrode potential, let's say here in case of galvanic cell, we are using this zinc electrode and copper electrode. So zinc electrode is a particular electrode and copper electrode is another electrode. So electrode is a metal rod dipped in its metal salt solution. If suppose we dip zinc rod in zinc sulfate solution, then it is zinc electrode. Any metal rod, if we dip any metal solution, that is a particular electrode, and it is represented by simple way. Any metal ion M plus N, if it undergo reduction, it gain an electron, and after reduction it will convert into metal solid. So metal ion on reduction means gain n number of electron, it convert to metal solid. This is a electrode reaction. Similarly, if a metal electrode undergo reduction, it is called cathode reaction. This is cathode. And if a metal undergo oxidation, if a metal atom undergo oxidation, it is called oxidation reaction, and this electrode will be anode. So very simple method how we understand whether electrode will be anode, whether electrode will be cathode. By this we can use a trick, LOAN. LOAN, lone. L means left side, O for oxidation, A for anode, N for negative. It means any electrode which is written on the left side, on that electrode oxidation takes place and that electrode is negatively charged is called anode. Similarly, we can give a trick for cathode, RRCP. This is very important for your learning help. It will help for your remembering also. So it is called trick. You learn these two words, lone and RRCP. Lone represent for anode and RRCP represent for cathode. R means electrode which is written on right side. Second R, electrode at which reduction takes place. C for cathode, P for positively charged. Means cathode which is written on the right side, on cathode reduction takes place and it is positively charged. So these two terms is very helpful for you to predict and to learn whether electrode will be anode or electrode will be cathode. With the help of these two words you can learn, and anytime if you have any doubt or any confusion, you learn these two words and you can recognize whether electrode is cathode or anode. Now second thing is cell potential. How we calculate cell potential? Cell potential is the potential of cell, and this potential of cell can be calculated by simple formula. E cell equal to E cathode minus E anode. So very simple formula. E cell equal to E cathode minus E anode. E cathode means electrode potential of cathode. E anode means electrode potential of anode. And when we take the difference of these two electrodes, it gives the cell potential. For example, suppose we want to calculate the cell potential of galvanic cell. So for galvanic cell, copper electrode is cathode, zinc electrode is anode. So for galvanic cell, E cell equal to E cathode. Cathode is copper. So we write here E copper, E Cu2 upon Cu minus E zinc upon zinc. One very important thing for you, always when we write electrode always written, first we write metal ion, then metal. Always. If you want to write any electrode representation, first we write metal ion, then slash, then metal atom. So here is E cathode and here is E anode. Cathode is copper, anode is zinc. Now the value of E cathode, suppose this is general electrode potential. Actually, when we want to calculate the potential of the cell, we use standard condition. For standard condition, we apply a standard state, E0 cell, we apply standard cathode potential, we apply standard anode potential. So what is this value of naught? E naught. E naught means standard state. For standard state, the temperature of the cell is maintained 298 Kelvin and concentration of solution always taken 1 molar concentration. So these are the two conditions. One condition is standard temperature 298 Kelvin and molar concentration should be 1 mole. If these two conditions we maintain, then we use this formula. For this, we can use this formula. E cell equal to E0 copper and E0 zinc. Electrode potential of copper, electrode potential of zinc. This value we can get from electrochemical series. This is standard values you can get from the book or any reference book. Even in the examination also it will be given for you. But for some electrode you have to learn these values because copper and zinc are very important. So for copper you learn the value E0 value of copper is 0.34 volt. For zinc minus -0.76 volt. So it becomes 1.10 volt. So this is the E0 potential value of galvanic cell. Here one very important thing, if E0 potential of the cell is 1.1, if suppose we are using this galvanic cell and this is salt bridge and here we apply any voltmeter and if the voltmeter is 1.1 means external volt potential difference is 1.1, then in the cell there is no electric flow of electric current. But if external potential is less than 1.1, if it is less than 1.1, then current flow is electron flow from anode to cathode and current flow from cathode to anode. This is very important concept. Means if external potential is less than standard potential of the cell, then flow of electron from anode to cathode and flow of current from cathode to anode. Now student, just now we use the term electrode potential. So electrode potential for different electrode have different values. So if we arrange the values of electrode potential in the decreasing order of their reduction potential, so we get a series called electrochemical series. This is very important for examination point of view and you have to go through this series. This series is given in the textbook and you have to go through. You need not to learn or you need not to mug up it, you just go through it and try to understand. This electrochemical series, if you want to define it, it is a series in which different metal ion electrode potential in the form of reduction potential are arranged in the decreasing order. Means electrode potential, reduction electrode potential are given in decreasing order. This series is called electrochemical series. Now this series is very important. It has wide application, but I will discuss few application. Number one application of electrochemical series. This series, it helps to calculate E cell. Suppose we want to calculate E cell of electrochemical cell, potential of the cell, then we can take the help of electrochemical series. For example, suppose you want to calculate EMF of the cell, galvanic cell. So for galvanic cell, E cell equal to E cathode minus E anode. Because this electrochemical series, electrode potential are in standard form, so we have to calculate only standard electrode potential, and for this we have to take standard electrode potential of cathode, standard electrode potential of anode. So here E cell equal to E0 cathode, E0 cathode is copper, so E0 copper minus E0 anode is zinc, so we write is zinc. Again I will explain you one more important thing. Though zinc electrode undergo oxidation, what we write here in the form of reduction. Copper undergo reduction, it is written in the form of reduction because in electrochemical series we write all the values of reduction potential, all the values of electrode in the form of reduction potential. So that's why we take the formula in this way in the form of negative, because negative become positive. So now what is the value of copper electrode? 0.34 volt. What is the value of zinc electrode? Minus 0.76 equal to 1.1 volt. So this is way for any galvanic cell, for any electrochemical cell, we can use the values of electrode potential, we can calculate the E cell. Second application, it helps to predict feasibility of reaction. Feasibility of reaction. Feasibility of reaction. Feasibility means whether a reaction take place or not. Whether a reaction occur or not is called feasibility of reaction. Suppose if we consider a reaction for and for understanding, now we take the cell electrochemical reaction of galvanic cell. Zinc plus copper ion to zinc ion plus copper. Now in this reaction, suppose we want to know whether this reaction take place or not. So we write this reaction in two form. One is oxidation half reaction OHR, that is zinc into zinc plus 2 electron. Reduction half reaction RHR, now for these two reactions, reduction potential of zinc is minus 76 volts. Reduction potential of copper is 0.36, so 34 volt. Now if we add both the half reaction, we get this reaction, and if total E0 value become positive, it means this reaction will take place. If the value will be negative, it means this reaction will not take place. For this, E0 cathode minus E0 anode value will be 1.1 volt. So this reaction will be feasible. Similarly, for any reaction, first we divide the reaction into two parts, and then we can calculate whether each cell value will be positive or negative. If each cell value is positive, then reaction take place. If each cell value is negative, then reaction will not take place. So now last for today's lecture, that is how the cell potential depends. Cell potential depend upon the concentration of electrolyte. So concentration dependence of each cell. Electrode potential of the cell depends on the concentration. This was studied by a scientist called Nast. And he observed the relation between the E cell and concentration of electrolyte taken in different electrode. And he gave an equation that is called Nast equation. For examination point of view, this Nast equation is very, very important. So write the definition of Nast equation. Nast equation is a quantitative relation which explains the relation between electrode potential of the cell and concentration of electrolyte solution. Now suppose we consider the electrode Nast equation for electrode reaction. Today I will discuss this only. Nast equation for electrode reaction. Consider a electrode reaction, general electrode reaction M plus N. Because it is ion, so we take it aqueous solution. And always we consider reduction reaction, so we take an electron and give M solid. For such general electrode reaction, Nast equation can be given as E M plus N to M equal to E0 M plus N to M minus RT NF ln So this is the Nast equation for this electrode reaction. So you have to take very important here, for any electrode reaction M for any metal ion, if it undergo reduction n number of electron, then we can take RT NF ln M metal atom concentration upon metal ion concentration. Because this is ion, so it is taken in aqueous concentration. Ln is natural log, R is gas constant, T is temperature, N is number of electron in the reaction, that is N electron. F is Faraday constant. So now here natural log, we first convert the natural log into log 10, and you know the converting factor is a very mathematical equation, ln x equal to 2.303 log x. So from this equation we can understand the converting factor of natural log into log 10 is 2.303. So we multiply this equation by 2.303. We change this natural log into log 10. Here, as you know that concentration of metal atom is solid, so it will not change. So it can be taken as unity 1. So now what is the new reaction? E m plus 2m equal to E0 m plus n to m minus 2.303 RT upon NF log 1 upon metal ion concentration. So this is the Nernst equation for electrode reaction. Now this Nernst equation for electrode reaction, here is 1 upon m ion concentration. If suppose we change the sign here from negative to positive, then we can make the change. If suppose we change here positive, then here we can change log m ion concentration. So this is very simple equation. You write in two forms. One form with negative sign, another form with positive sign. With positive sign, here we can take directly concentration of metal ion. If you take negative, 1 upon metal ion concentration. Now putting the value of RT and F, the value of R equal to 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. T equal to 298 Kelvin. Faraday constant F equal to 96500 coulomb per mole. So these are the constant values. If we put these values here, E m plus n to m equal to E0 m plus n to m plus 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 upon n into 96500 log m ion concentration. If you calculate all these values, we get the value E0 m plus n to m plus this value become 0.0591 upon n log m ion concentration. So this is the simplest form of Nernst equation for electrode. So for today's student, to take the revision of this, I will give you two numerical to solve it. Now student, you have to do practice at your home. These two numerical. Number 1, calculate electrode potential of following electrode reaction. Electrode reaction is magnesium ion, concentration 0.001 m plus 2 electron equal to magnesium solid. Second, calculate copper electrode, copper electrode of following reaction. Copper ion, concentration 0.01 m plus 2 electron to copper. For this you need standard electrode potential of magnesium ion and copper ion. This you can get from electrochemical series. Correct? So do practice of these two numerical. Next lecture I will give you for the derivation of Nernst equation for E cell.